in this series. Now OG need to show us that they can come back on their home map on Inferno.
We're hopping right into things. Renegades, they're going to be on the CT side. 1xBet odds, certainly still favoring OG Esports. And it's going to be the pistols out for OG with some utility in behind him. You look at Hats' aggression down in the middle. Flames has come out with one on the Hats and now spraying away. Flames has got a double kill. Finally, Malta getting something back for Renegades, but it's already been a good start for OG. And Malta going to continue to try and take some fights. Rattling shots down in towards bottom of the stairs, and OG sending players now up into Banana. The bomb's going to be coming back over with them as well.
Malta's still looking down mid and eventually decides it's time to go and back up that B bomb site. And OG are taking their time here setting up the play. That could give Renegades a chance to stack more players on the site, but they won't get here in time. It's Aleksib alone on the hold at the back of the bomb site. He gets one, he gets two. Aleksib popping off from the back of the site, but eventually he gets run down. He may have done enough though because it's only mantuu remaining.
Just mantuu, he's looking for the plant. He's going to try and secure it. Digis punched in. And now mantuu looking for his victims. What is that? So clean on the double kill. And OG are given the pistol.
They were both low on health. The body shot helps mantuu, but it's still so clean. On both of those kills, it's still so clean from mantuu to win that round for OG. A lot of impressive moments from different individuals.
Oh.
And you see the second shot just needed to land to the body.
Beautiful stuff from mantuu. OG, 3 Mac 10s, 2 AK, or 1 AK, and a Galil here for them.
Peek down mid, denied. Banana control. Slowly being contested. Malta playing in the apartments can be a good position with that dig when those body shots go your way. Nice to see OG taking a slower start to this round after that previous round on Nuke where they went for the faster play and they didn't make it work for them. But Inz has landed an excellent shot on. Oh, Inz goes ahead and gets a kill. And now they're in a really good position here. This could work for the Eagles. This could be an upset round. OG lost one of these over on Nuke. Hats. Oh, another kill with the Deeks. Boost isn't going to be allowed. Valder and Aleksib coming back with some kills of their own. Smoke to the site to try and get the bomb down safely. Renegades trying to land shots, but Aleksib survives on a slither of health. And now it's up to Valder in this post plant. Aleksib still going though on such low health. He comes through with impact, and Valder goes ahead and closes it down. That was such an impressive turnaround for OG there. They just about managed to hold on, but man, that came so close for them thanks to some of these early shots. Really impressive work from Inz early on. Hat's just about able to get one kill at the back of the site, but Aleksib and Valder somehow save the day. I didn't think Aleksib was going to get away with anything else. When he planted that bomb, he took so much damage through that smoke. But he managed to go ahead and keep having impact for his team. Valder, the ever-reliable player for OG, comes through, and that nade stack is deadly. First kill found. These USPs won't be doing too much in this one. Nice shot from Valder. OG confirm the 3-0 start to this game. And it was important for them to get off to a strong start here on Inferno. Would have been a real shame to see them lose that second round like they did over on Nuke, because over on Nuke they could never get their T side going after that point. So great to see them turn that round back in their favor and take the 3-0 lead.
Yeah, OG just getting off to a much better start now, 3-0 up. And the utility earlier into the apartments. It's going to be a peek down from Malta. It's going to get a lineup. Sico's actually come away with a double, and Malta with nothing. But luckily, Sico's still alive, but Nico has got the quick double kill for OG. mantuu following up with a reply, and suddenly it's OG with the advantage. Ins and Hats looking to try and come back over into play. It's going to be a Molotov being thrown down into short, but mantuu continues to get killed, but that Molly's going to burn away from the grave, and now it's just Hats left alone. 1 versus 2. Bomb gets planted for OG, and Hats has to pull off the retake.
Early fast round from OG. They like to do this sometimes to see if they can really make their opponents pay for their poor start. Renegades unable to stop the early aggression. And has Hats got anything to say about this? It looked like the door had been shut on his chances, and I think he's about to realize that this round is unlikely. So far gone on that bomb. He puts a smoke down to try and cause some confusion, but eventually backs away. mantuu might die to the bomb if he's not careful. All the way back in pit. I think he will be okay, though.
And indeed, they are Renegades. Will still look for that first round. OG, I think it's essential that they get off to a good start here. You know, after a loss over on Nuke, you want to come back into this, trying to pick up that first round on the board. And then they get the rest. So OG off to a very good start, trying to forget about their problems from the previous map. And Renegades, they will get the AWP out for Hats again. Saved on over from the previous round, but it's Deagles around them. And OG did a very good job dispelling the Deagles of Renegades in the last map. They didn't really have too many issues up against some of these lower buys. The issue actually was OG couldn't get them down to these lower buys enough. So these rounds are generally quite good for OG. If Renegades are to stand a chance, it would be with Hats getting something done in that AWP. But he's, unfortunately for him, he's in middle, and OG are going up banana with force. They've got all 5 players over here.
Smokes at the ready into this B bomb site. Sico still playing CT. Body shot successful, but Flame's able to trade. Alistair's still sitting in the smoke. Inns tries to keep himself alive. Hats has arrived on the rotate, and they're still surviving on the site. This could cause so much chaos. Alistair with 1, but his teammate's been taken out of the action. Kills are still coming, though.
Yeah, Valde and Nico looking for the 2 versus 3. OG looking to try and get the first round on the board. I was just saying how the Deagles from Renegades have not posed much of a threat, but in this one they start to. It's 2 from Hats, and it's all onto Valde. 1 versus 3. He hides in the middle of the fountain, trying to use the smoke as cover, but that's temporary. Eventually that'll start to fade away, and he knows that, so he's going to try and go for the bomb plant, trying to plant on top of the fountain. Can't do that, Valde. Luckily he secures it in. It's going to be pushed from Ruins, and that's a quick kill from Hats. A 3K from the AWP. And they were just down on Deagles around it.
Renegades just using those smokes so wisely to delay the play. Hats on that AWP, able to rotate into position. And you said at the start of the round, it didn't look like Hats was going to have a chance with that AWP to get the impact he would have needed. But because Renegades are so sticky, so annoying, all across that B bomb site, they're staying alive for such a long time that the AWP can rotate in. And the first shot was straight through the smoke. Flames got taken out of there. Hats with a nice little highlight play on the 3K, and Renegades finally on the board.
Yeah, getting one up on the board. AWP from Alistair this time, going for some aggression down into middle. I've seen Alistair inspect his weapons in the most awkward situations. I wish he would just unbind that key, because it covers up his vision completely as he looks down into middle.
You never know what his view model is.
Yeah, true. It could be a left-handed. I suppose that's true. At least from my perspective, you know, I want to see it, Hawker. I want to see everything.
Sure. Well, it was a strong start for OG, but you've got to remember that first gun round they won came off of a quick A play, and now they've got to go for something more standard, slightly slower. They still have to prove to us that they can win in these slower-paced gun rounds that will likely take place for the rest of the half.
Yeah. Hanging on to some of those mollies over on the CT side. Incendiary for Sico. Molotov in the hands of Hats. Incendiary for Inns as well. Renegades with 3 players currently positioned towards A. Some utility going down into mid. It has taken Nico down to 70 HP. Utility starts to come on in, and Alistair now looking for the peek out in towards top middle. He's got the first kill now for Renegades. He's going to be looking for more as well on that re-peek down, but Nico, he slipped through the smoke. Aleksib spots him as well. Double kill now in for the Renegades. mantuu likes to be in Flames, trying to get it done here for OG, and a quick headshot from Flames might just open things up again. It's Ins towards the back of the bomb site that needs to hold, and right now he's got a white knuckle grip. The B bomb site not falling. Ins with shots whizzing past his head, but he's still alive, he's still kicking, and he's stopping them from getting close to the position, and finally Aleksib with a headshot. There's only 6 seconds left. That bomb needs to come in. The bomb planted, and now Aleksib looking for the onslaught of players. They start to come up through Banana, and it's just Aleksib alone. He's done damage, and now into the 1v1. Aleksib versus Malta. Time ticking, and Malta slipped into the ruins. Aleksib holding for the CT play, and in this position he can spot Malta, and the sound cue's being made now as well. Aleksib is such a good position. He's looking for the clutch, but he cannot get it done. Malta wins it out. Headshot in on Aleksib, and that is Renegades up to another.
Oh, Alexi heard that molly being thrown. I thought he was going to go ahead and swing initially, but Malta with a bit of BM at the end. He's a happy man right now. It was so well done by Alexi up until that point, though. We've also got to give some credit to these Renegades players, surviving so long on the site. 10 seconds remaining when the bomb gets planted. Aleksib able to get these 2 initial kills, but at the end there, maybe swinging while that molly was being thrown would have been the right decision. Instead, he lets the Renegades player come and fight him, and Malta makes the most of that opportunity. Timeout taken by Renegades after a tight round win. They know they are now in a position where they could break the bank of OG and gain that economy control, which could set them off to a good recovery here.
It was worrying for Renegades at the beginning of this Inferno affair, and even in the end in the last round, you think Aleksib is going to be able to pull it off, but in the end, Renegades get a lifeline, and now they continue, and they know how important it is to be able to capitalize off these kind of opportunities. Alistair now looking down in towards middle. Look at this pick. No one giving him a fight. OG not losing that early player, and instead will continue their play through Banana. They've been pretty good at taking this early control. They've sent the MAC-10 up alone. Aleksib is going to be the front man at the charge, and the rest of his teammates now joining him in behind. It's going to be a heavy play into the B-bomb side. Might be explosive here from OG as well. Going to start trying to clear out these close positions to make sure there's no one really holding that tight angle. And Ins now, he's going to go. They're going to run right through it into the attack of the B-bomb site. Hats has only managed 1 kill, and the smokes are up towards CT. Ins can't get involved, and now it's OG who takes the B-bomb site.
Another round where OG get onto the B-bomb site, but this time they've taken it much sooner and with a much faster play that's put them in a good post-plant position. Alistair seeing what he can find. Oh, Nico's there waiting for him. Ins is round the corner, but what a shot from Nico. No way in for Renegades on this retake. They tried to give it a go in the 4v4, in the even numbers, but it's not easy to retake that B site when OG have that foothold into B so early on. They have to go ahead and just save a single org, and we are starting to see the OG we wanted to see on this map.
Yeah, OG looking much better now in terms of how they're performing on Inferno. Incredibly important for them here, and for Renegades, it will be the org out for Sico. Look at this for Nico as well, the timing, and Alistair looking away. And just decides to go forward, change up that position, and that unpredictability, not staying on the coffin, really gives him that advantage, and Nico just keeps moving forward, keeps selecting the angles. OG giving it. Now for Renegades. You got the AWP out for Alistair, M4 and AUG out for Sico. For OG, it's much better buy. They love rocking these MAC-10s. This time it's going to be Nico with the MAC-10 going up into the apartments. Banana control being contested for Renegades early in the round. Too often has it been OGs to play with. So Renegades are going to try and dispel some of that early Banana control coming in from OG. And Renegades are going to have players up in towards A right now, looking for this apartment setup. This angle from Malta, it's going to be difficult to deal with if you're OG just coming out of that angle. He should be able to get off the first shot, and if it's a headshot, it should be a kill very quickly after.
We're still seeing that similar style from Renegades, where they generally tend to play fairly passively, but they try and have some sneaky tricks up their sleeve on occasion. Double stack over on apps could be difficult to deal with. Up until this point, though, OG have preferred that B bomb site in those gun rounds. That might be about to change, though. They're putting some pressure on B, but bringing it back to A, where Sico is in a pretty good position to spot them early.
Sico's going to look down. Oh, what a shot from mantuu. Just spotted him as he came out towards top middle. That gave him a second to react. Replays the crosshair, and now Malta looking for a double kill. He does trade out mantuu, but can't get more than that. And OG now with the man advantage. In's hunting him down. MP9 rattling him behind, but finally taken out of play. And 3v2 now for OG. 13 seconds left as bomb plant comes in. It's safely towards the back of the bomb site, but a big gap in the smoke allows a kill for Aleksib. He's looking for some more as well. Jump spotting to get the infos, trying to get the spam through the boxes. He's got a teammate wrapping up as well. Hats has come in towards short, but look at the two players from OG. They're looking right towards him. Utility's going to create a little bit of chaos, but now Hat starts to give away his position. Spamming through the wall, trying to get the kill, and Aleksib in with a headshot. They're now doubled up in the same position. Nice shot from Aleksib, and he's looking for the next one. But the time is ticking. Aleksib is not peeking. Aleksib has to go to him, and Aleksib, his arm's shown, but he's playing it to perfection. He's toying with his food, and right now Aleksib has no other plans but to try and get out of there alive. He'll run, and Aleksib on the hunt. The AWP gets away, but Aleksib is not as lucky. 6-2 though for OG as they win the round.
You don't always see teams go for those retakes, though, in a 2v3 like that. It's pretty common to see the save come through, but Renegades were gifted that initial opportunity by that kill from Aleksib. He brought it back to a 2v2 so early on that they were able to go ahead and give that retake a go. Even when both players are stuck on the site, though, it's still so hard to clear out all those angles with the boxes available. Aleksib did his best, but Aleksib able to buy enough time at the end there to win OG another round. And now Renegades are down to pistols on most of their players.
Oh, Nico is not ready for that at all. And that's going to give an opening kill for Renegades. Those pistols getting off to a good start. Now OG starting to look out towards the day bomb site as the attacker swings out, Flims is in. Mac 10 and the AK doubling up quickly and cutting down that defense. Even with that early kill, Renegades have lost the advantages, and OG now taking control of the A bomb site. All three remaining players for Renegades are outside of A by quite a distance. The closest player will be Inz on the decoy, and he will find the head of Aleksib. That's going to be a swift upgrade to the AK-47. Considering what they've got right now, save call looks good.
Definitely something that they would like to keep. And the AK will be a nice gift into the next round. I was saying earlier that, nice shot from Inz. Actually got to pay attention to this because the molly into pit makes the save slightly more awkward for OG. The bomb's planted so far away though that I think they are fine. A bit more damage taken than normal, but no big deal. They survive either way. And something I was saying earlier is that I always watch out for Valda on this map. He started pretty well. It's really been a team effort for OG though, which is good to see.
Yeah. And I mean, they're starting to get into a very comfortable position. You know, Renegades have had a few opportunities. They made the rounds pretty close. You know, Aleksib could have won a clutch out that would have only put Renegades down to one round, but we've seen some signs of life out of the Renegades, but OG have definitely looked like the better side so far. Some utility going down into bottom banana. Inz is going to try and get beyond the utility, and he's done that well. Now he's looking to try and challenge for that. He's got down into logs, so great control for Renegades. And they're going to post the AWP up here as well. That can allow that third player that initially started on B to go back over and help out towards the A side of the map.
That was a necessary change here for Renegades. And they have been quite good at adapting their play when they've needed to. I think it was important that we see Renegades show an ability to take some map control because so far they've been sitting back on the sites. They've been trying to set up crossfires. They've been trying to set up sight holes from further back. But getting that bit of early information on Inferno can help significantly. When you have those long rotates between the sites, you love to get that early info to stack a site. Alistair flash. Oh, he's not going to hit the shot, and that's a big problem.
It's difficult to play anti-flash there with the AWP because you've got to come back and you've got to have the exact accuracy. And he couldn't get the kill off before the attack from OG came over the top. So they've lost that banana control. Now they've lost B because the CT smokes have come in. Flames is tucked deep in towards the site. They haven't fully cleared B. Eventually, OG will start to do that. And that CT smoke needs to be used up again. There was a gap to play with for Inns. So the rest of OG could not cross over. That did buy some time for the Renegades. They haven't really been able to do much with it. They haven't got a kill out of it. Rotations aren't really even coming over for Renegades. I think they're just considering the save here, which is a bit of a nightmare. And that's going to be OG now up to 8 rounds. It's always difficult to watch this happen, where Renegades are in the round and they need round wins. And OG with just 1 kill is enough to just cost them the round win. You've got to save immediately. And that's how Inferno plays most of the time.
It's a real shame because I think taking the initiative that Renegades did in this round was the right idea. It's just unfortunate that Aleksib playing anti-flash is unable to flick back and get that initial kill that would have put them in a good position. OG were able to sneak really close up towards him, so even after he takes the shot, there's no way for him to get back safely.
Yeah. I almost feel as it's probably not even worth playing anti-flash there as an AWPer. I think you just hold the angle, and if you get flash, just fall off the wall instead of playing anti-flash and trying to turn away from it and get the kill quickly. Because I just think that's just so unlikely to work out that it's probably just better to take the flash to the face and just drop and stay alive. But in the end, it cost them the round, and OG now trying to ramp it up, trying to really get comfortable on this T side. But with Renegades saving 4 of their players, they have 4 weapons obviously coming into this. Basically the same round as the previous, but this time they don't get that early banana control. And OG have just taken that straight away. They've got all the control, really. The Ts, in general, want to try and take apartments, and they want to take banana. Sometimes that can take 30, 40 seconds, but they get it right at the beginning of the round.
And that gives Aleksib all the options as to how he wants to play these rounds. So early on, he knows he has a lot of control, a lot of ability to maybe try and draw out some rotations, maybe just try and hit the site that he thinks is the weak one. So far, a lot of success found over towards B, but it may be time for OG to turn their attention over to this A bomb site. Renegades still playing fairly far back in general. The AWP of Aleksib is all the way back in pit right now. Might be difficult for him to get too involved.
Yeah, and with that utility forcing Sico back, he's going to go around library, but they've already smoked library off as well, so it really starts to isolate the players who are in pit. And Molt has done well. Aleksib's hit the shot. Flames is quickly through it. Sico's going to run through the library smoke. He only manages 1 kill, though. Flames is doing well in this round, but he's not done yet. He knows his team are down a player. He knows he has to try and get rid of that pit setup. There's still a player in there, and the flash comes in. Really well played from Flames and a quick headshot, but Inns is quick on the reply, and that's put it all onto mantuu. We've seen clutches out of mantuu and Inferno before. We know we can do them. With the AWP planted right in the middle of the site with a bomb as well, mantuu can certainly make this happen, but they're wrapping him on 2 fronts, and that makes it very difficult for an AWP to fight. You've got to focus on one angle, you've got to really think about positioning, and mantuu's got to focus in towards short for this first kill. He might just be able to get it. He's going to peek out, trying to bait out the shot of mantuu, and the kill's in, and now 1v1, he's just going to get run over the top of. Inns quickly with the headshot, and Renegades, I love how they play that 2v1.
Such great work from Flames early in the round, though. It's really refreshing to see him playing so well after having those struggles yesterday. He is showing us what he can do individually when he feels like he's one of the best players on the server. As you said, though, well played by Renegades here after all this work was done by Flames, having to turn around, having to take uncomfortable fights. Renegades make sure they push that all together. Inns able to close the distance and give mantuu a really uncomfortable close-range fight at the end there. Timeout taken by OG. They want to go ahead and make sure everything is running smoothly for them. And I really do expect Inferno to be a vital map for OG at this tournament, because they haven't had the chance to play it too often in the last month or so.
Yep.
But when they have played it, it's just been brilliant for them. They played Team 1 in their opening game, 16-6, an expected win, but a win nonetheless. And then the time they played it before that was all the way back on the 6th of June, where they beat EG 16-5 on Inferno. And that's one of the maps that EG have been really impressive on. So OG, I think, are going to be leaning into this Inferno quite heavily. You can see why. It's been going really well for them so far.
The T-side's just been so comfortable for them because they're getting so much control so early in the round.
Yeah, Renegades are making it a bit too easy at times, it feels.
And if you give Aleksib all of that map control to play with from right at the beginning of the round, you're going to really suffer. You're going to crumble. You've got to make this much more difficult. You've got to be a thorn in their side. And luckily, that's a quick kill from Aleksib. He gets through the smoke as well. So it does put pressure now onto OG to try and get the kill back. And that pit setup from Molt is really well done. He gets one, but he has to force himself out to the left side because of the Molotov. And the trade comes in, but Aleksib's hitting shots. And look at this from Sico. They had no idea he was still inside of the site. They were looking for the bomb plant immediately. And now Valde in a 1v4. Quick headshot on the first. Sico out of play and quickly replied to by Ins. It's going to be 4 rounds for Renegades. That's a much better round.
That's more like it for Renegades, and a lot of it comes from that AWP of Alistair. It feels like he's been the most important player for Renegades so far in this tournament. Even though Ins has been exceptional in their regional play, he's not been quite as good here against the international competition. He is now calling for the team, so that could also be a factor, but Alistair there getting a couple of nice shots. That second straight through the smoke is really valuable. And finally, Renegades have put OG in a position where their money is no bueno heading into round 13. Are you still trying to figure out what no bueno means, Joko? I can catch you up if you want.
I think I figured it out.
Oh, nice.
Well, Nico, he's only got a Glock, but he has got some utility. So he's not completely useless in this one, but look at this flank. Ins has walked down Banana. He's about to hear those footsteps of Aleksib. He's not going to be ready for that, and a second kill from Ins as well. Clean as you like it. Bomb down as well. Valde still has an AK. It's not done yet in the round. Nico's only got a Glock, though. And he's not going to be able to get much out of it because he's been watched to boiler. He can't leave. They've lost mid-control. They know exactly where they are. They know they've got them pinned in the apartments, and this angle from Alistair, oh, he hasn't spotted the header come down, but Sico won the double kill.
You know what's impressed me here about Renegades is their ability to adapt mid-game, which is actually really hard to do. Because at the start of this map, I was getting flashbacks almost to Bad News Bears in their opening game, where they kind of just let Mousesports play their game the entire time, and they never really adapted. You know, if you've been watching the B stream the whole time, we salute you. We appreciate you checking it out because that was the first game here. But Renegades have switched it up now, and they are making OG a bit uncomfortable in these rounds, and it's showing in the score. They're getting some round wins on the board, and it's not easy to adapt like that mid-game.
Definitely positives here for the Renegades. And for OG, they gotta win another round or two here, I think, to feel pretty comfortable out of the T-side of Inferno. Because if you give them a few more rounds here, if Renegades somehow get 7, this could get real messy, and it's some aggression into the apartments, and they hold in towards top mid as well. Nico and mantuu getting a couple of kills for OG, and now the pressure really is on Alistair. He's been lights out in the last couple of rounds, but he's lights out now. mantuu hits the headshot, and mantuu's not done. He tries to go for more, but he's forcibly removed from the round and is put on the Aleksib. He's been chunked down through that smoke as well. He's down to 39, and he's going for the aggressive stance here. He's not dropping back into pit, and this might work out for them to run right into him, though. I seen a world in which he gets in behind that smoke, and they lose track of him, and he gets a couple of kills, but in the end, it will be Renegades who pull off the round again. And it's that aggressive setup. It's a different change-up from Renegades. You're absolutely right. That's something that they've been doing completely differently over the last few rounds. They kind of realize, okay, maybe we're making this game a little too easy for OG, so they do it right in the middle of the first half. There's no point in improving after the game because you're going home if you lose, right? If you lose the best of 3, you're out. So better to just try and adapt in the middle of the game, and some of these aggressive plays really working out for them.
And the reason so many teams struggle with that, especially international teams, is Renegades have been playing their own way over in Australasia, and they've just been winning all the time. So the fact that they go away from it and they realize we've got to switch it up slightly, we've got to make some plays, is really impressive. I think that's part of the reason why Bad News Bears struggle to switch up, because they're used to playing those NA teams. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what they needed to change.
Yeah.
Now we've got Renegades showing us that they are going to be a really annoying team to play against, which I'm loving.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. And I think Renegades have really impressed me in terms of the level of play they've been able to bring to the server. Not just individually, but also the calling. And now they're pushing down into Inns, and he's just got a double kill. They tried to push through CT and start to wrap the ruins, and Inns is having none of it. Another kill from him. An incredible round, and now just Nico swinging into the open, and Inns a 4K to close out the half. Renegades have clawed it back to an 8-7, and we're hopping into the second half after the break. OG facing elimination versus the Renegades. It started well for OG with a convincing T half, but Renegades' adaptations throughout the first half itself has led them to an 8-7 scoreline. It is still favoring OG, and if they get a good start here into the second half, they might just forget about their woes towards the end of the first. It's going to be difficult against the Renegades, though. And Flames is going to be jumping in towards second middle, just taking a peek through the apartments, but he hasn't come out with anything.
Fouled it, about to be flashed off the angle, and there's no one there on the site itself to help him. So a smoke into CT could give Renegades a great chance to rush that site, but the Ts only have a couple of players on Banana right now, so they'll continue to take their time. Now they're starting to group up to B, though, and OG have stacked 3 CTs there. Aleksib's going to hear this as well.
Oh, Malta's trying to come in behind, and there it is from Aleksib. A quick headshot to start off this pistol round, but the play into the B bomb site has already started to come through, and Valde towards New Box, still alive somehow, 1 HP, and he still gets away with a kill. The rest of the kills start to come through back and forth, but they're favoring OG. And Sico needs to pull it back. He knew the position of mantuu eventually gets the kill and now goes down into the CT. Fights Sico with a sick 3K. It's 8-8, and that is Renegades tying up the scoreline, starting off the second half.
What a way to start the second half for Renegades. It looks like it's going terribly for them. As they run into the stack, their player on the lurk gets caught, and then Sico just fights absolutely everyone, lining up those final headshots. Because he's up on that ledge, those fights almost become a bit easier for him, where they kind of line up at similar angles. He's able to just spam away with the Glock, and now OG will go ahead and force buy, and go ahead and pick up a Mag 7 on Valde. I have not seen that weapon in a long time.
Yeah, it's not usually a weapon you see pulled out.
He's on long
in these games. Yeah, especially not in this position. All right, Valde, what do you have up your sleeve? Maybe throw the HE, try and pull them into his position, try and bait them in. Get the Mag 7 off with a couple of kills. Maybe that could work out for them, but we'll see if that is the call for Valde. Renegades in towards bottom Banana. They're going to try and stack it, but look at that. Flames comes in with an HE kill. mantuu on the Deagle as well, but luckily Hats and Alistair have come back in with replies. And OG, Deagles on mantuu and Nico. Mag 7 still on Valde. They still have a chance to win this round, and Renegades, they can't afford to throw this away, especially with how close this game is. The real chance for the upset, if they get off to a good start here on the T side. Malta's going to start getting close, but look at this. The Mag 7 close over the top with a flash. A quick kill from Valde. He gets the lineup. Another one for Valde. And it's all on the Alistair now. 1v2 up against Nico and mantuu. Nico's on the other side of the map, and mantuu's on 4 HP, the only player left on the B defense. Alistair's going to smoke in towards CT on B. Is that going to cause Nico to make a quicker play up into Banana? He's still hanging around at top mid, and Alistair's going to start walking closer to the B bomb site. Again, mantuu has a gap to play with. That CT smoke's not good enough. mantuu's just watching for it. Alistair is so low on health. He starts to plant the bomb, and mantuu's going to go through. There's no cover on this B bomb site, and mantuu knows that. Headshot in, and OG on the weaker weapons make it work.
Oh, it's OG's turn to finally win one of these rounds where they have the weaker weapons. That's a massive round for them. That could really allow them to come through with a strong start here on the CT side, because there's always the chance that If they lose that round, Renegades can control the economy game, win 1 or 2 key gun rounds, and get a massive lead. But thankfully for OG, their players come through with some really important kills. I always love talking about Valder on Inferno. Seems like everything he does is successful. He's playing on that banana position. Inferno is actually his best rated map in the last few months. He's got a 1.19 rating on it. So we will be keeping an eye on Valder as this game goes on. He's doing decently so far. AK out for Aleksib, but it's already out of his hands.
That's a good start for OG. They can't really afford to drop the ball too often here for them. You know, these are the rounds you can't afford to give even an inch away yet. Flames just jump spotting. I think he's just going to stay around this side of the half wall, though. He's just trying to get some info. He has only got a UMP, so he's going to drop back into the site. He's got their smoke ready as well. And Renegades are going to start sending players this way. If they can overrun a UMP, I think that's a real possibility for a bomb plant, but with the rotation over from Aleksib, that should help things out. Flames is going to stand close, and Aleksib is going to try and help out with him. This setup should be good enough to deny with Aleksib on the other side of the smoke. He's going to go over the flash. That's good. Flames is in with one. Aleksib still gets another, but he's still alive right now and holding back. Good positioning, good kills in the 10th round for OG.
Nice work from Aleksib. He was looking slightly to the left there, so that flash doesn't affect him anywhere near as much as it could have. If he was just playing CT in the standard way and looking at that angle towards Banana on the right side, he probably would have been blinded for a while there. And then that round could have been scary. But he's aware of that. He's able to play away from the flash. OG thankful to get up to 10 rounds early in this half. But they have got a potential buy coming their way. I say potential buy because a couple of players can't afford to, but I think Renegades have got to go for it.
Yeah, I'm seeing more and more players just gonna sort of fiddle with their in-ears of these soundproof headsets. I've seen Valde complaining today on Twitter. So it's great to be back to LAN, but man, wearing these over-the-ear headsets are making your ears so sore. I guess they just got to get used to it again. We're back on LAN.
Mantuu looks like he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
If anything, he's just
bored, waiting to get the game going again.
Flames also seems all right with it. Hopefully we will get back into the action soon, because this game has been good. I've been enjoying it, and we've been praising Renegades for their ability to adapt. So even though they've got off to this slow start, maybe they can adapt again on their T side, and maybe they can show us what they can do on their gun rounds. They're finally going to get those guns out for this one. OG have full rifles themselves, though. It's not one of those bonus rounds you sometimes see. They've got a couple of AKs carried on through from those prior round wins, alongside those M4s.
Flames is going to attempt for some of this banana aggression. They're throwing some utility here, OG. Renegades don't really care, though, because they don't really want to fight forward early. They're going to let them have banana. Oh, damage to the smoke connects there from Flames. Luckily, just a little sprinkle, so he doesn't go for the kill. And for Renegades, it's a very slow start to the round. They have taken apartment control, but they haven't got banana. They're going to have to reclaim banana a little bit later in the round. And Flames is going to start gathering that info. Once he jump spots, he sees a couple of players down at the bottom.
OG relying on their inexperienced player there in an important position, alone on banana, but he gets a bit of info. Renegades are starting to pressure this A bomb site.
It's going to be a full commit into the A side. No one's in banana. They're going to start running that back. They would have to send one back, and they are going to do that now. Alistair's been sent back just to make sure there's no flank. He's going to throw a utility in towards the site. Aleksib at Archway. Renegades looking to pressure long, but a great flashbang from Aleksib, and it's a kill as well. Hats has gone down, and now Aleksib has to get out of there. He throws down an incendiary, and he's just buying so much time, and there isn't a whole lot of time left. 30 seconds, and he sent them back in towards short, where Valde and Nico have a really good setup between each other. This is going to be almost impossible to break down easily without losing a player, and Nico's going to go down. Valde on the double kill. Int finally gets rid of him, and that bomb plant starts to come in. Although OG have got the man advantage into this retake attempt.
Not many nades for them, though. They can't molly pit. They can't smoke off some of those angles, so they have to be concerned about those crossfires that Renegades can get going. Problem for Renegades is they haven't been able to move too far off the site, but In's about to change that, trying to take initiative, but he's down to 1 health.
Oh, no, the most important position was Malta in Graveyard, and now it's all on In's. A 1 HP clutch, nearly done. But mantuu saves the day for OG. What an effort from In's, but it's not enough.
I don't know how Flames doesn't get that kill on towards him there. Can't land a single shot as he wide swings. In's amazing, makes him pay, but it's not enough in the long run. OG up to 11, starting to look much better now for them on their map.
I think if OG are going to win banana control that easily in every gun round, I think this is going to be a real quick half for Renegades. They've got to figure out how they're going to take banana early. I think you're just letting OG take that control, and then they just leave Flames there. So I think actually right now for Renegades, that could be a really good option. You mentioned it in the last round. OG are letting one of their more inexperienced players have a very important part of the map. And so Renegades can figure out, maybe we can abuse that. Maybe we can put some pressure on, really test Flames, because they didn't test him at all in that last round.
Only the pistols in this one. So it will be hard to assemble any sort of strat, especially with the lack of utility. Flames is playing close banana. That's a big risk.
Oh.
He gets 2 kills, but he gives away his AK. Perhaps that could give Renegades a way into the round. It's still a solid start, but Alistair recovers the AK and a smoke.
Ooh.
Could be useful.
mantuu is going to be sent over to B, and Valde just got here. And he's already found a quick headshot. He's going to go in for more as well. Sico on the other side. Good angle to hold with a decoy. Valde gets a little hungry for info. He ends up going down in the AWP of mantuu and Speedway. The shot rings out, and Sico now knows, most likely, there's only one player here. They're going to start figuring out where Nico is. Pit is the most likely position. Nico doesn't find anything on the peak. He doesn't get info, but he will a second time around. Got the shot to whiz on past. Another rotation needs to come over. There's Nico doing well. He's got one already. And now just Alistair taking damage through the smoke. Nico had the lineup. He'll stop the round from going Renegades white. OG up to 12, and it really does feel like now they're grabbing control of this. This second half has been very one-sided. Renegades have to win this gun round. Otherwise, I think OG are probably doing enough to try and get Inferno their way.
Flashed in there, Flames, to get those early couple of kills. Even though the AK was given to Alistair, Nico just lines him up through the smoke. Quite a common position for the T to try and sneak into there, so Nico goes ahead and spams back as the attempted deny is successful for it. Valde playing on long. That's a position that's changed on this new look OG lineup. Flames is now playing B with Aleksib, while Valde can play A long, and that gives Valde the ability to rotate between the sites and have even more impact on this map. Flames is going to have to fight, though. It's the aggressive battle on Banana, and Renegades go ahead, fight Banana, make sure OG don't get it for free this time, and now they have an excellent opportunity to get another T round.
This is the exact start to the gun round Renegades needed. mantuu, Valde, and Nico are the only remaining players for the CT side, and 2 of them are positioned on the B bomb side, and that's how the attack from Renegades seems to be going. And Valde, he's found a kill on towards Hats with that HE grenade, and Renegades still trying to get in towards the B bomb side. Valde's going to go through the smoke. Valde's about to walk right into the crosshair of Alistair, and their kill does not go their way. Malta on the A bomb site getting a frag as well, and mantuu starts to rotate off. He starts to go back over towards Library, and the AWP is going to be looking down into the bookshelves. And on the other side of it is a deadly Malta with a headshot. 9 rounds for the Renegades. And a much-needed gun round coming through as well. And look how close they've been making these rounds as well, Hawker. Look at that economy right now for OG.
Even one save may not be enough. You can see at the top of your screen a $1,900 loss bonus for OG. They wouldn't have enough money for a great buy, so they go for the force up. We got that Mag 7 out for Valde again. Should be fun to keep track of. mantuu keeping a bit of money in the bank to potentially afford that AWP going forwards, but this would have to be another impressive round for OG, winning with these weak weapons. They did do it earlier in the half. Let's see if they can find it again. Maybe it's the lucky Mag 7 that'll help them.
Well, that is a deadly weapon. A Mag 10 and a Mag 7 put together. I mean,
I'm inventing new guns out here.
Yeah. I mean, I would be interested to see how that one works out. Fully automatic Mag 7. I'll take that. Shot starting to come around the corner. Itchy's being used up early for Renegades, just trying to dish out as much damage as possible. This time they have got that banana control, and they don't really want to do much with it just yet. They're just going to leave one player at logs. So as soon as I say that, though, Hats joins his teammate, and now they start to walk up through banana. OG starting to use utility. Must be timing indicated because there was no information. Just throw it down to 50 seconds, start making a rotation over towards B. Some utility has been deployed from Renegades over there. You can see a smoke in towards Library and Arch. But it's going to be the play into the B bomb site. They tried to fake it out, and Flames on the side of the smoke is able to get himself a kill. And this time Renegades are going to go back towards A. There's still 2 players over here in defense, though. Malta's been very good at clearing these out, though.
Time is ticking. Nico's got the smoke to keep himself safe. He needs to help his teammate. mantuu may not need help, though. 2 D kills from the site with the body shots, and Valda has been spotted. Great frag there from Alistair to get that shotgun out of the bomb site. And now it's a 2v2 that Renegades should be much happier about.
It's all about Sico there, getting those 2 quick kills, right? All unravels quickly with mantuu, but now Sico looking for more. He's not happy. He's not content with just 2. He wants the round win. And Alistair is going to be holding up in towards short. Sico might have a lot of work to do. He's exposed to multiple angles, and just standing in the open, he gets caught on the timing. Aleksib and Flames make it work. And OG are up to 13. That's a round you cannot afford to lose if you're Renegades.
Renegades just can't combine their 2 players at the end there. They give away 2 1v1 fights. You would hope that they would have the chance to establish a crossfire once OG start moving into the site itself. But instead, they go ahead and take fights individually. And unfortunately for Renegades, that doesn't pay off for them this time round.
Where's the trade kill?
Yeah, the attempt of the peek comes in, but I guess because Flames is up on the hay bale, he's just a player you wouldn't expect. The player was trying to peek to the site with the AWP. Not successful, though.
Yeah, for Renegades, it's time to figure out what you can do. I mean, it's not a done deal. They have got another buy here. They've got AK-47s out, some utility in and around it as well. OG, their buy isn't pretty. I mean, they have an MP9 in the hands of Nico. They've got a FAMAS on Flames. If they lose this round, they're right back down to another low buy. So Renegades are not done yet. If they win this round, they can certainly turn things in their favor. They're likely up to 11 rounds if they win this one. So Renegades, very important that they just focus up and try and get this one under their belt. Difference is, though, mantuu now has an AWP to play with. Gonna peer down into middle and try and get that opening, but he hasn't been able to find a thing.
OG are now playing back on that B site. After taking Banana earlier, Renegades were able to deny them last time, but Flames wants to fight. Oh, Ince is ready for it, though. The flash not quite good enough. OG now have to adapt to that man disadvantage.
Aleksib and Flames have been very good together at the start of this B site, though. In these early rounds, Flames have been getting a lot of kills, so that's a difference for Renegades. They've won that battle, and now Aleksib under so much pressure, somehow still alive. How does Aleksib get a kill there? So lucky to be able to pick it up. Smoke went down, and now mantuu getting something out of it as well. Inz has gone down, and the bomb plant starts to come through. mantuu looking for the fast flick up, but he's tied down to 7. He's lucky to be alive. And OG still stand a chance somehow in this round. A couple of lucky moments going their way. And Malta holding in for Pillar. Sico in pool. And they've got to set up for the post plant in Banana as well. This is looking like a triangle of death right now. And the lineup through the smoke. Malta with a double kill. mantuu stands no chance in 7 HP. He's out of that. OG will lose this round, and they're down to another lower tier buy. Renegades up to 10.
Lovely awareness from Malta there. Realizes that they're using the nades to try and push in from CT, so he preemptively spams that smoke. Realizing it's likely OG will have multiple members pushing through. Thankfully, Inz was there to help on that initial duel, and then, yeah, you see how many CT nades are being used. So instead of just sitting back and potentially getting blinded, or that utility potentially making a difference, he just goes ahead and spams that smoke, and Valde is loving this Mag 7, man.
He really is.
I feel like they win whenever he buys it, though, right?
No, that is the worrying part right now for Renegades. As soon as you hear that Mag 7 ring out, you gotta feel a little bit worried. Valde's been able to make it work. Maybe not in the initial position he is in. Actually, it's on the rotates he's been able to make it work over towards B. Although for Renegades, they know that although they're probably going up against what should be a lower tier buy, you never really can take it easy because they've already just lost to one of these buys not so long ago. Difference is this time mantuu has an AWP, so it makes it even stronger for OG than the previous round they actually were able to win. Renegades going in towards A. 3 players here for OG right now. Valde being one of them, out towards long, and Nico's going in towards the apartments with this deagle. Valde's in a really close angle with this Mag 7. He wants to get this first pick. They're trying to bid out the shot, they're trying to fight out the shotgun, and they've done it well. Sico and Malta taking their frags. Aleksib getting tagged up through the smoke, but it's just preemptive spray. They don't really know that he's there. So mantuu inside of the pit really has a lot of work to do. Molotov's going to make things uncomfortable. It heats up the situation.
Oh,
Aleksib's got into the site somehow. The bomb's going to go back over towards B, and it's completely empty. And they're going to let INS try and get in behind towards CT as well. So the only player that really can defend B is about to go down. Flames is trying to get back over here, and not in time. Flames gets one shot off, and the nade going in as well. He could have got away with a second. This flank can't come in quick enough. Finally, INS arrives in behind, and the headshots onto Flames. mantuu and Aleksib, I think it's probably another save call here for the AWP.
Whoever's making these mid-round calls for Renegades has been making a lot of important decisions and getting those reads right in some of these circumstances. Maybe not as often here on Inferno, but over on Nuke they had a lot of great rounds, and this is another one where they realized they can go back to B. They did actually have a smoke they could have used for CT there, but they realized that they have that flanking player, so they should just be able to trade it out eventually. And now this game will continue to get closer. I was saying earlier, OG will be putting a lot of importance into this Inferno. It's a map that's been treating them well lately. They haven't had the chance to play it too often, but they go for the pick here. This is clearly a map they've put a lot of weight into, and right now, it is getting very close.
Other than their initial best of 1 versus Team 1, I don't think OG have been comfortable in any of the maps they've played so far on LAN. 16-11 lost over on Nuke. Now in Inferno, they're in the lead, yes, but it's 13-11 right now. They're having to go for timeouts into the late rounds. Their money is up in the air as to where this will go, so it's likely 13-12 going into this next one. This is not a very confident start from OG. It's not a start into LAN that's giving me a lot of confidence for them. I feel like OG are going to struggle even if they make it through the play-in, which is definitely up in the air right now. They could be going out in the next couple of rounds, right? This is scary for OG. And here we are, back into round 25. Pause aren't done. OG, what have they come up with? Not likely to see it come out in this round. mantuu is still holding on to that AWP desperately. But the rest of his teammates are down on pistols. One deagle in play on Aleksib, but the rest are on USPs. And for Renegades, it is AKs across the board. They don't really need to go for the AWP on the T side of Inferno. This rifle setup has been freeing them up quite a bit. Alistair's proficient on the weapon as well. Some early control into Banana, and the AWP is over here.
So nice seeing INS have one of those carry performances for Renegades too. Yeah. He would do this all the time over in their regional tournaments. 26 kills for him so far.
Also calling.
A few rounds to go. Exactly.
Really impressive to see. And that's a positive sign as well for the future of Renegades, because what we're talking about nowadays is how in-game leaders can no longer be the same bots, right? You have to be a really good player individually as well. And I think INS is definitely living up to that. Calling well against OG. mantuu, the only player with anything of value here. AWP, is it about to shut down the round for the Renegades? Smoke is onto Coffins, and that AWP starts to ring out. Now Renegades realize, okay, the AWP's over here on the B-bomb site, but we really don't have time to do much about this. We have to commit into the B-bomb site now with 30 seconds left, and you can't spam through that. You can't get those shots through second oranges, and Flames is going to go down because of it. Man advantage now on play for Renegades, and they are going to go back towards the A side. Only one player here in Aleksib. He's been torn out. These late round calls are perfect from Renegades.
And that's something we probably should have picked up on from Nuke. Oh, nice shot from Hats. But Inferno is the map where you probably play across the map the most, and you need to make those mid-round decisions. You need to force the CTs into a position where they rotate to the wrong side, or they don't have the good read on you. Nice couple of kills from Hats just to rack up some extra frags. mantuu with that AWP will be hunted here. Renegades have good money on a fair few players. Not an easy angle to get him out of, though. Oh, wow, that's so good.
I absolutely love it. Aleksib obviously goes down, so it's a good shot from mantuu. We have to tip our hat to him, but it's actually the AWP gone for mantuu. He held on to that for, what, 4 or 5 rounds at that point? But finally, it's gone. For OG, that is actually quite a decisive loss. Because now mantuu doesn't actually have that much money. He's got $5,800. He is going to still be able to get the AWP.
They're missing util here.
Yeah.
They don't have many mollies. They can't really contest banana.
And with the way Renegades have been playing, right, you're going to have a lot of these late round scenarios. So mantuu's going to go forward into middle to try and find an opening. Oh. And Flames has gone down. Inns is feeling it right now. Flames is out of play. And now Aleksib trying to run away, trying to get out of dodge. Do not want to fight Inns right now. I don't know what he's had for breakfast, but sign me up at his diet plan.
I did not expect so many Renegades players to just run up banana like that. They threw a molly into top banana to stop the early OG push. Then they themselves just pushed behind it and land a really nice headshot. They also triple-naded top banana, so they didn't have to focus as much on that top banana position because those nades likely would have got a kill. So they could focus much more towards the sandbags where they find that early frag. Ooh. And now the mid-round should become even easier with the man advantage.
Yeah, they're really just leaving a lot of pressure on mantuu to do something here because they think it's going to be the A play from Renegade. Maybe this could be the right call because mantuu's got the kill. And with that kill, that is going to force Renegades to go back in towards A. And right now, 3-man stack here. Great calls from Aleksib. He's going to try and fly through the smoke. He's being spammed up, just about alive on 14, but it's a gap. And Aleksib is going to spam on in, but he couldn't get the kill. Valde's gone down quickly, and Nico in the middle of the bomb site. Spots out the head of Vins, and this is a really strong position. 30 seconds left for Renegades to try and force him out of this. Sico's on 2 HP, Alistair on 4. Malt is the only player with health right now, and he's getting work done. Aleksib's gone down, but Nico is still here on the site. He's still in this position, and the bomb's gone down. Finally, they get rid of him, and mantuu now coming back up through middle. Bomb plant starts to come in. Alistair secures it, and mantuu now looking for his first kill. He needs to get this quick frag to turn it into the 1v1. Retaking a site with an AWP is never easy, but in particular, it is difficult when a player is already in the pit and one in the site. And I think mantuu realizes this AWP is more likely to have more impact in the next round than it is in this one. So he's going to save it into the next round, and that means Renegade have tied up the scoreline, and OG are 3 rounds away from being eliminated from the IEM Cologne play-in.
It's not easy being an OG fan, Dinko. They always seem to have these close games. Even on their map pick here against Renegades, it is all tied up. And more importantly, that CT economy has been problematic throughout the entire half. Another round where Renegades, wow, they get that kill through the smoke. But they're so patient in forcing that trade to the site, which is pretty impressive under those circumstances. Another timeout taken by OG.
Renegades are just sick right now.
They look really comfortable. Honestly, they look much more comfortable than OG do.
Yeah, OG are fighting from behind. They're trying to figure out what gamble stack can we make. You know, they're having to make these calls and try and guess what Renegades are going to do to them. Because OG are fighting from behind. Renegades are the ones in front right now. They're the team that's 5 steps ahead, and OG are trying to figure out the shortcuts. What gambles can we make? Can we leave mantuu on B alone?
This is a tough round.
This is a really tough round. They're going to have a couple of upgraded pistols. They're going to have this AWP of mantuu, but I think they need mantuu to really deliver some magic here.
And he hasn't been able to get involved in a lot of the early portions of these rounds. Not in a way where he's the one exerting the influence. It maybe happens when players come to him, but maybe some aggression from the other players will work. Oh no, barrel spotted. That means Alistair's fully focused on the angle. And Nico just kind of gets screwed over by that.
Yeah, at least mantuu stays alive though, and Malta's got the kill in the apartment. So Valde down, Renegades up 2 players, and the round's just begun. Look at that, rotation away from OG back over towards A. The B bomb site's empty, and Renegades are going over to that side of the map. They're making every right call right now.
And considering it's against Aleksib, so many people have praised Aleksib for the way he reads teams, for the way he gets dialed into exactly how you're going to play. He has no clue how to read Renegades right now.
Yeah, hasn't dealt with the Aussies. What can you do against them?
Exactly.
They're mad. They drink beer out of shoes. You can't do anything. You can't predict these people. And Malta runs right on in, and finally Aleksib gets the kill out of it. But the bomb goes down on towards the B bomb site. Alistair looking to confirm that. And Renegades now 14-13. They're into the lead.
You know what it is, Dinko? The Aussies just say, let's push Diggity every round, and Aleksib doesn't know what that means. No. He's like, what? Diggity?
Yeah.
That's just, every spot is Diggity over in Australia.
He thinks it's the B-bomb site. No. He's still trying to figure out what Diggity is. Damn, Renegades. 14 rounds up. mantuu's even taking damage. Oh my god. Inns was so close to getting the AWP out of play with a spam from second middle. mantuu just about hanging on to that AWP. Oh, Aleksib's under pressure. Inns is running in. At least Aleksib holds on to his rifle, but there's another player there in the hallway. Sico, I don't think he's going to be able to find it. He's going to run on it. Freeze time is going to save Aleksib. He teleports back to spawn, and here we are, 14-13. Money is available now for OG. They saved the AWP. They've got the utility. This is it. They have to win this round. Otherwise, Renegades are up to map point, series point, and for OG, elimination point.
And Renegades was saying in their interviews, somewhat jokingly, but somewhat seriously, we want revenge against Dexter. We want to go ahead and get that matchup against Mousesports. We want to beat them. To do that, they need to make the main event, and they need Mousesports to make the main event. Imagine if Dexter went out and Renegades went through. Oh. That would be wild. This play-in stage has been stacked with talent, stacked with rosters. Let's see if OG can finally find a foothold here on this CT side. Aleksib and Flames started pretty well on B, but in some of the recent rounds, it's not looked as good for them. And OG are playing back across the map right now, making Renegades make the play in this all-important round.
You can say making them make the play or letting them make the play, and I don't think Renegades are going to complain about that, right? They've been very good at forcing these fights, winning them out. Flames, he was winning a lot of the duels at the start of the second half, but that's gone dry. This B-bomb side's just been taken time and time again. Those early fights have just went Renegades' way. But they're putting a lot of pressure in towards A right now. They're going to leave Hats alone, and Grit utility usage. Grit, a re-aggression into Banana, and that's going to give OG the man advantage. Malta's going to try and pull that back, and mantuu is currently focused in towards long. I wonder if mantuu's going to come off the angle. If he does, oh, the apartments player was watching for it, because some counter utility up into the apartments forces that angle away. Oh, Inns. Oh no, Renegades are making a couple of plays now. They're giving OG the edge in this round. They're up 2 players. Finally a kill, and that's Nico that's gone down. Malta trying to get a follow-up, but Aleksib and mantuu picking up the kills. More like it from OG, a real shutdown. I think, you know, letting Renegades make that play that actually ends up biting them.
OG make sure they get that first kill on Banana at least, and then that's when they fully sit back. And it was the correct call there. And something I always give Aleksib credit for is the way he makes sure he's thinking about what his opponents are thinking in these scenarios. He tries to get in their brains. And when you hit 14 here as Renegades, maybe you do start to sweat a bit. Maybe you do start to panic, and maybe it gets a bit real for you at this point. And now they're even taking a timeout, having even more thinking time ahead of some hugely important rounds. We have to say the experience favors OG. Can Renegades find some answers though? That passive setup from OG couldn't be overcome that time. A couple of risky plays being made by Renegades. They're trying to see if they can tighten the ship ahead of the all-important round 29. The winner has a chance to close it out in regulation. Will it be OG with a chance to take us to a third, or will it be Renegades with the chance for the 2-0?
Oh, mantuu trying some of this mid-aggression. He's done that a few times, and he hasn't really been able to come out with anything. So OG were looking for that early pick, but doesn't come out with it. And Aleksib, look at the nade damage done onto him. Down to 55 HP. And Renegades are going to start putting pressure up on it. Alistair with a quick kill. Hats with a follow-up. Flames only getting one, and now it's the 3v4. Renegades have the man advantage. OG looking to hold on to the bomb site, but the Australians keep on coming. They keep taking that B bomb site, and they're going to try and send Valde up over the top of the boost. Sico down in pool. Smoke goes down, and Valde gets out of position, but elsewhere, Nico has found a kill for OG. So we're back into that 3v3. The lurk on the A bomb site has not worked out. And so OG still lying around. Valde, they're holding his position. They're waiting for the aggression around the corner. Valde goes in. Is he going to win the fight? He will. And OG now have the advantage back into the retake. This could be map point for OG, but Sico, he'll stop that from happening. 2v2 now. Inns and Sico looking to hold on to the site. Inns goes for the peek on out, but now he's alone. His teammate's gone down, and Inns on the lineup. Couldn't get it done. Nico pulls off the retake. And it's a headshot that comes through, and 15 rounds for OG. Map point locked in, and they might just stay alive here.
It's another cool switch up. It's another faster round from Renegades after playing so many slow rounds prior. I like the decision, I like the call, but the way the specific plays play out don't work for them. It comes close. They put themselves in a really good position. Inns there peeking CT. If he only could have got that first kill in the 2v2. That was the moment where you think that kill can change the round, can win it for them. Instead, he has to sit back, try and line up the two players on the spray down. Unable to do so. And that kill from Nico was also so important, just to make sure A is completely clear. He comes back in with the retake. And now OG have a chance to take us to Mirage.
I mean, if Malta gets that kill on Nico, that's the round done, because Nico comes back over, he gets that 3k. It's just a play on the other side of the map is what turns that B setup around. But here we are, last round of regulation. Renegades with a last stand by. OG looking to try and survive here at IEM Cologne, the play-in. Renegades looking to try and go to overtime. OG are no stranger to the long games. They're no stranger to these close affairs. mantuu looking down Banana. He's looking for the pick. Renegades not giving them the early fights. But they don't have Banana this time. And this boost is going to be difficult to deal with. If you do want to take Banana back, you've got to walk into it.
So few flashes left for Renegades, so getting this AWP of mantuu off this angle could be very difficult. Remember, the bomb is still on this right side.
Oh no. Hats has got to go around a second middle if he wants to stay alive, and that's what he's going to have to do. It's going to be the long approach from him. Nico's taking early damage. That nade's going to find him surely at this point, but he hasn't thrown it. Finally to go in, and that's the opening kill now for Renegades. Malta's burning the apartments. He's forced away, and Renegades still hanging around in mid. There's no flank coming in through Banana. They don't have to worry about that right now because mantuu's just holding for the run back. And for 40 seconds left, OG have every other remaining player on the A bomb site. Flames is over here, grit near damage. Now he holds for the long play, but Hats for a quick headshot. Another kill for Renegades. And now at 3v5. 29 seconds left. Valde drops back to play from pit. Aleksib inside of the site itself, and they're going B. They're going through the archway. They're going to Speedway, and mantuu's just pushed through Banana and up into middle. He'll spot Malta. He was running back to B, and now mantuu realizes, oh no, they've taken the B bomb site. Molotov's not good enough. mantuu gets a kill though. Bomb plan's starting to come in, and now the rotations as well. mantuu's making a meal out of this one. He's pulled it into the 3v3. And OG now have two players coming through CT spawn. It's Valde and Aleksib. But Sico is pushed up through into ruins. He's got a very good spot here. This will slow down the retake attempt. This severs off mantuu from his teammates. They've got to get rid of Sico. They have to put him out of this. And Sico's just going to be holding on. Aleksib jumps around the corner. One kill from Sico. Quick reply from Valde. Now Hat speaking out with a headshot. And Valde's alone. Running right into Inns, and it's done. It's overtime coming right up. Renegades fight back. The Australians look to send OG home. And we're going to overtime after the break.
trade. Early exchanges on Banana could be enough to continue. Here comes the aggression elsewhere, though. OG taking the fight to Renegades right now.
Yeah, very confident fights, but Aleksib gets caught on the peak around the corner. Hats had a huge round in the previous, just before we got to overtime. And gets one in towards Banana as well, but look at Nico coming over. Oh, Sico wins out a very important fight there. They now spot the bomb going over towards the B side of the map, and Valde's tucking up in behind Nubox. He's going to try and creep across the back of the bomb site into dark, and this is a strong position, but look at Mantuu's flank. He's coming up in behind Hats, and he gets the headshot. A huge kill. And now Valde's left alone. This bomb is going back to A.
Wow. So aware. And Hats, how about his shots so far to start overtime? Yeah. He may be the bottom fragger, but he's been landing some brilliant headshots. Not that far behind his teammates either. And that's OG taking this round and saying, we think we can beat you individually. We think we can push you and win those fights. Renegades stand strong. Their players have been playing very well. OG have been giving it their all. This is a great map for OG. This is one that was going to be difficult for Renegades, but they've kept up with a very good OG squad. And then the first team to pounce here in overtime.
A very boring end of the round for Valde. Just had to hold down his position.
You do have 16k,
yeah.
So you don't really need to save.
Well, stats as well. And obviously saving the money into the end of OT, he's just going to go for it. There's no point. Unlikely to be able to have pulled off anyway. And Renegades up 16-15. OG will be purchasing up, obviously, again. Just continuing that single op setup. And I did like the start OG brought to the last round, right? We had some early aggression coming in from OG, looking for those some early picks into the apartments. Mantuu getting confident. I think Aleksib gets a little unlucky in his repositioning on top of the sandbags. The timing around the corner peak was huge. And Hats is going to go up again. Starting to clear it out. This time OG much more passive. These rounds actually were working a little bit for OG in terms of sitting back and allowing Renegades to come into them. Those rounds are actually working a little better towards the end of regulation. Oh, but it's not going to work this time. Alistair's found the opening.
Gets himself into a good position early in the round. Now focused on long, but Malta out through the apartments with another massive frag. Now OG are down in a 3v5, and they have to take some risks to win this round, and that risk is leaving B wide open. And guess what, Dinko? Renegades are aware of it. They get the mid-round read again, and they even get another kill over on A.
Aleksib has to be shaking his head right now. Again, they've been caught open with the B-bomb site. Renegades have made the right call so many times, and Aleksib so close to dropping the bomb there through the smoke, and now Aleksib dropping back. He's found a kill, but he's all alone. The lone Finn. He's gonna try his best to try and take them down through the smoke, and Aleksib dropping back into ruins. The time ticking for Renegades. It's only a matter of time before 17 are added to the tally to put them 2 away, sending OG home. And Aleksib is going to be caught. Sico brings him down 17-15. Renegades are a couple of rounds away from victory at this point. And these late lurks from Malta, these have been really good as well. For the most part, he's been able to take down all of those rotations, and you haven't really got much of a chance if you don't have a strong rotate over for OG.
And it's not easy to have that impact out from the apartments, where sometimes you're unable to find those fights. Sometimes the CTs will just sit back. It's very important to have a smart player there who's aware of the potential angles he can get kills in. Malta doing that wisely in the previous round, and Renegades could be on for the clean sweep on their T side of overtime. They've taken the first 2. OG have been trying to take the fight to them, though. Certainly can't count this squad out. Passive start to the round for both teams. Banana control slowly being taken by Renegades. The issue could be the fact that Renegades have not baited out any CT utility right now. Plenty of OG players with full sets of nades, Nico being one of them, but he's going aggressive at just the right time.
Sico. Oh, ins! Blinding headshot and an opening for Renegades. These shots have just been impeccable so far. Renegades getting so many of these huge openings, and OG haven't been able to trade them back. They've still got some utility left for this late round. If you're OG, you've got to start wondering whether or not these gambles are ever going to work, right? If you're ever sending these gamble rotates over, are they going to work? And that timing for Valde to pull out his utility, ends is in with a headshot, and now it's a two-man advantage for Renegades. They're about to hit this B-bomb site, and here alone, it is Flames. All the pressure of the round on this young man's shoulders. He's got to deliver here for OG. Flames looking to hold. He's done well. He's not crumbled. He gets away. Not with two, but just the one. And the bomb plan can start to come in. Renegades, they've got the man advantage thanks to Malta's kill. Itchy just about not getting rid of Malta. And mantuu's coming over to try and double up with Aleksib for the retake. OG have got to go for this one. Last round of this first half, flashes start to go on in. Aleksib now moving forward. mantuu looking to chop through the defense in the post plant. Aleksib peeks out, but Sico on the headshot. mantuu goes down as well. And Renegades, 18-15. They've got 3 match points. And OG have got to be flawless just to bring it to double overtime.
OG's life at Cologne on the line. And I think it's fair to say the boys are back in town, Dinko. They're 1 round away from making it to the main event. We didn't expect them to be able to do it 2-0, maybe on a third map, but they've got a chance to take it 2-0 right here against an OG squad who are an excellent team in Europe. Renegades have been so impressive so far, but OG are a team you can never count out.
Yeah. They can still pull this back. There's still a possibility from the T side. Hats is going to throw some utility down. They nade stack into Banana. mantuu and Aleksib are going to take a lot of damage off of that. Flames, the front man. This first big LAN here at IEM Cologne. Could be about to end unless a round can be found here. Smoke down into Banana from Hats. That's going to keep them at bay for now and delay the attack of OG. Held in behind it.
Banana control taken, but OG don't have to use that with so much time left on the clock. Molly into top Banana to stop any potential aggression, but Renegades are sitting back on the site. And they have got the lean right now. 3 players on the B side of the map could be ready to try and lock this down.
OG are going to send the execute in, the utility towards the back of the bomb site. Hats is in with 1, Flames is down. Utility starting to dump itself into the B bomb site. The kills are coming in though for Renegades, and they're only a couple of moments away from victory. Aleksib has found a headshot, and Sico goes through the smoke. He's found 1 a second, and now Aleksib with it all to do. He's found 2 already, but an ace is needed from the in-game leader, and he cannot do it. It's the Renegades that eliminate OG from IEM Cologne. It's a premature exit for OG. It's disappointing for them, but Renegades extremely happy. We'll be right back after the break to break this one down.